proceed to number 13. So limit of square root of x squared minus 9 all over x minus 3 as x approaches to 3. So we'll further evaluate this one. So limit, so as x approaches to 3, so the terms inside the square root is difference of two squares. So we'll have square root of x minus 3, then x plus 3, right? So we'll have all over x minus 3. So you notice that the x minus 3 and the x minus 3 in the numerator is inside the square root, and the x minus 3 for the denominator has is just a pure x minus 3. It does not contain square root, so we're not able to evaluate this one because the denominator is in a final form, so it is in the simplified form. So what happened here is uh, we'll just substitute right away. So we'll have substitute 3. So square root of 3 minus 3 multiply by 3 plus 3 all over 3 minus 3. So we'll have square root of 3 minus 3 is just equals to 0. Multiply by 3 plus 3 is just equals to 6 all over 0. So we'll have square root of 0 all over 0, but this equation does not exist. So for this one, the answer will be limit does not exist. So this will be now our final answer. So let's check if our answer is correct. So limit does not exist. So let's proceed to number 15. So let's proceed to number 15. So limit of sine cube x all over sine x minus tan x as x approaches to 0. So we'll evaluate this one. So we'll have limit of x approaches to 0. So sine cube x all over sine x minus tan x. So we have an identity of sine cube, sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta is equals to 1. And then tan x, so tan x, so tan theta is just equals to sine theta all over cosine theta. So we'll apply this one here. So we'll have a limit as x approaches to 0. So we'll have sine squared x sine x all over sine x. So minus, so tan x is just equals to sine theta over cosine theta. So we'll have sine x all over cosine x. So we'll have cosine x. So further simplification, we have a limit as x approaches to 0. So we'll copy numerator, sine squared x multiply by sine x all over. So we'll factor sine x to the denominator. So sine x multiply by 1 minus 1 over cosine x. So cancel sine x. So the remaining will be, so we'll have limit as x approaches to 0. So sine squared x all over. So we'll combine these two terms here. Is 1. So we'll have cosine x. So cosine x, so just cosine x cosine x divided by 1 is just equals to cosine x times 1 is just equals to cosine x. So minus 1. So we'll put cosine x here at the numerator. So this will be now limit as x approaches to 0. So sine squared x cosine x all over cosine x minus 1. So notice that sine squared x is just equals to, by the identity here, sine squared theta. So plus cosine squared theta is just equals to sine squared theta is just equals to 1 minus cosine squared theta. Right? So we'll substitute sine squared x to 1 minus cosine squared x. So by having sine squared theta is just equals to 1 minus cosine squared theta. So limit as x approaches to 0. So we'll have 1 minus cosine squared. So 1 minus cosine squared x multiplied by cos x all over cos x minus 1. So notice that this term here, 1 minus cosine squared x, is in difference of 2 squares. So we'll have further evaluate. So limit as x approaches to 0, 1 minus cos x multiplied by 1 plus cos x multiplied by cos x all over cosine of x. So sorry, cosine of x. Cosine of x minus 1. So notice that cosine of x minus 1 and 1 minus cosine x is just equal term. So to cancel this one, we'll divide the denominator by negative 1. So 1 plus cos x multiplied by cos x all over negative 1. So 1 minus cos x. So we'll cancel. So the remaining will be limit as x approaches to 0. So negative 1 plus cos x. Take note that cos x cosine theta is just equals to 1. Right? So we'll have cosine 0 rather. Cosine 0 is just equals to 1. So this my fault. So cosine 0 is just equals to 1. So substitute 0 to x by its angle. So we'll have a negative. So 1 plus a cosine 0 multiplied by cosine 0. So we'll have, so cosine 0 is just equals to 1. So we'll substitute. So 1 plus cosine 0 is just equals to 1. And then cosine 0 is just equals to 1. So the final answer will be 1 plus 1 is just equals to 2. Multiplied by negative 1 is just equals to negative 2. So this will be now our final answer, negative 2. So let's check if our answer is correct, negative 2. So the answer is negative 2. So our answer here is correct. So let's proceed to number 17.